Good afternoon, YouTube. It's not morning anymore. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. And today, we're gonna have a little fun by putting Michael's bike together.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
That's gonna be fun, I'm sure. It's only 90 degrees out. It's so peaceful here, though. Michael's gonna take me to get some Mexican takeout. And we'll come back and maybe have a couple drinks. And maybe take a little spin on the bikes. I think we're maybe gonna try to put the awning out. We have the picnic topper on now, which is perfect. So it's a little breezy up to 20 miles an hour. But beautiful skies and beautiful weather. Looks like those people over there are redoing the inside of that park model. But other than that, it's a pretty quiet day. There he goes on his bike. I bet he never pedals. There he comes. I bet he hasn't pedaled yet. It's like a big kid on a big wheel bike.
Here's Heidi's lesson in insects. She cooked us pork chops on the grill yesterday, and she did like we did any other time and just left the grill out. And it is covered in ants. I mean, they are just everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see this, but they are swarming. So what do? We're cooking ants. We're cooking the ants that decided to get up in here because this grill, like I said, was just covered with them. There's still some up in the cover there, you can see. They're like, help me, help me. Yeah, we got bit by ants a couple times here just because we're not used to how many may be in the area that you're working or whatever. And what's funny is the ants that are in Ohio, like these are all kind of small ants, but we were dealing with ants over here today, which I don't see very many right now. You can kind of see the ant pile. And the funny thing is in Ohio you don't have tiny ants, medium-sized ants, and big ants that are all working together. They would be different type of ants, so that was kind of odd. So anyways, like I said, one of those things we have to learn.
Good morning.
Did you have a good birthday?
I did. We didn't do anything, but
Yeah. We ate out.
yeah,
We had fried chicken.
it wasn't too bad.
It was okay. We saved it. I like the corn fritters.
Yeah, those were pretty good. I wish the stuff was just a little bit hotter.
Yeah.
But he definitely has a good place there. They were getting a little bit busy when we were there. It was less than $18 for everything that we got. We got coleslaw, JoJo's,
Yeah.
the corn fritters,
And fried chicken. It was
chicken.
It was
and
really.
It came with some rolls.
It was close to really true Southern fried chicken. I mean, considering that
Yeah.
it tastes that
I
way.
mean, they had it all in a little deli thing, all made up, and people were piling in whenever I was leaving. And they were coming in there and getting the chicken.
So, what do you think the weather's like today?
I didn't look. 90?
It's 88,
Oh,
but we have thunderstorms.
oh, that's great.
Which that's expected, those pop-up thunderstorms. So I got to put that mast down because they're saying 25-mile-per-hour gust.
Better just put it down early.
Yeah, I
So
will.
you're not out there
So
fighting it.
we're trying the trash service. Apparently, you put it out at the curb, wrapped up in bags or in cans with lids on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
And then it changes
yeah.
November 1st.
We're also. Let me tell you right now that you don't need a little tiny dehumidifier if you're running your air conditioners all the time. If you're running both rooftop airs.
Did you check up there?
What's that?
Did you check in the front?
Yeah. There's no way. It's very dry in here considering what's going on. I mean, we're at 60%. That's pretty darn good. I think the bedroom and this air wasn't even on all night. This back air conditioner,
we were running about 80.
Yeah. So we'll have
And
to
you
see.
can feel it.
We'll have to see what happens when it rains a little bit. So Heidi got most of everything cleaned up real well. So what's our plans today? I think Heidi wants to go to a bike shop.
There's several nearby within 5 miles.
We do need helmets. We know that. I've got to check to see when my bike rack is due to be delivered for the rear of the bike. We'll walk out here in a second and look at the bike. I just got up. Heidi's been up a little bit earlier. Actually, I get up at 5 and unplug my battery because it's going through some sort of training thing.
You did?
Yeah. And then I plugged yours in.
Because you text me.
It said unplug your battery if it is green.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I unplugged mine because it was already done with its cycle, and I plugged yours in so it could recharge.
I didn't get up until 7 something.
Ooh, that's 2 times she slept until 7.
I know.
Yeah, even when I got up, did you even hear me get up? Did you even hear my alarm?
No.
Oh, the alarm was just dee-dee, dee-dee, dee-dee. It's like, oh, come on, man. I couldn't figure out how to turn it off because I never set the alarm. So, a bike store for helmets. Heidi said there's a few of them around within 3-4 miles of here, which is kind of funny.
I hope they don't have, I want a good one.
I'm going to get her an Army helmet. It's a big old steel pot. And our internet's very good here using the park Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi range. I'm sorry, I didn't even need to use the Wi-Fi ranger. There's a repeater across the street. And we watched all of our Netflix stuff and YouTube and everything yesterday using the park stuff. Cool. So that worked great.
T-Mobile's working.
Yeah, our T-Mobile's working good. However, that's because I put the antenna up. It wasn't as good until I put up the mast, pointed it at the tower directly with the RV65 WeBoost mast, and turned on the booster. And from that point on, it's really good. Now, when we're out, it's okay when we're out. I haven't had a problem. I don't know. Maybe it might be just a little dead out here. I mean, there's a lot of people that are on this. So let me tell you about that, which I didn't even think about. This campground, first of all, this campground is owned or used to be owned or...
It was owned by...
a Canadian couple.
Yes. Company.
Okay, a Canadian company. Sorry, a Canadian company. So as you can imagine, the Canadian company probably did a lot of campaigning when it first started to get Canadian couples down here. And there are a lot of Canadians that come to Florida in general, regardless. However, this place apparently has a decent amount of Canadian to American ratio because of that. It's 2 sections. Heidi spoke to a gentleman across the street and his wife.
No, I didn't.
Just him? Okay.
Just him.
Ronnie and Bonnie.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember. So the deal was he was talking about how the people bought in. If you guys look across the street, whenever we're out and about, the places over there are park model RVs. Basically, they're big park model RVs, or they're maybe fifth wheels. But most of them are park model RVs, and that's what this entire park was supposed to kind of be like. And even the
Those are mobile homes.
right, but those were supposed to be like his park model, from what I understand.
Well, he said that
Initially,
right. He said that was always been separate.
oh,
I'll tell you a little story about that. They were getting ready to sell it, and people put in 29,900 shares each. That's how much the shares cost.
a share.
Yeah, one share. And when they sold it 2 years ago, they all made that put those shares in.
How long did they make their initial investment?
I don't know how long it was.
Well, that might not be a good investment then.
Well, he said it was a great investment. I didn't ask him how long.
Well, he's old.
Okay, well,
I mean, if it's over 20 years, I don't think that investment, that return on investment's that good.
Right. And that could be true. But
Okay, so I interrupted her. Go ahead. Their investment on share was $29,900, and after an undisclosed amount of years, when they sold,
they made each share was worth $169,900.
Yeah, I mean that's $140,000 return, but if it's over 20 years,
yeah, I don't know.
I mean that's 20 years.
So now that Encore bought it, they obviously are making improvements.
Yeah.
And he said, there's different rules, but for the most part, everybody's dealing with it. And he said it wasn't a bad thing. His place is actually for sale because his wife is kind of over it.
Yeah,
the travel part.
Well,
they're from Indiana.
Like I said, they're older.
Yeah, well, right.
I would have to, I would have to see how long that return on investment worked out. I mean, like I said, if it's 20 years, that's not good at all, really.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
if you're making an additional investment,
All
but.
Right.
If it's over 5 years, oh man, that's incredible. Everybody should have jumped on that bandwagon. But we noticed something while we were down here in this area. First of all, Heidi asked the question, which is legit, and I don't know if you guys have ever experienced Florida in general, but there are parts of Florida that the roadway, the construction, and the highways, and just construction in general is going on. And Heidi's like, where does Florida get all their money? And this is coming from Ohioans, that the only way anything gets built is if there is a definite need, a definite idea, a definite plan, a definite repair, or something that needs to be done. So the only time we ever see anything being developed is because somebody's taking a huge gamble, or there's a good plan in place. Now, the reason I say that is we'll use Alliance, for example, and we have had stores that have come in, set up shop, everything, filled old buildings that I should say they're older buildings, but they're in very, very good condition, and the place has failed. It's failed. The business has failed. It just didn't work. Same with the highways and that. Our highways, may get repaved, but it's not necessarily going to be worked on unless it needs it.
It almost seems like they take a city or an area and they build it up. And who cares what it looks like 10 years from now? I mean, we drove by a lot of places,
Right.
A lot of little strip, let's say call them strip malls, that are empty. And
Right.
they'll just move to the next town. Like, there is a lot of development around here. A lot.
And that was it. For example, next to this park, they're putting in, it just says new homes.
That's part of the park.
We were driving miles. What is farmland? I mean, just field and farmland, nothing. And we're driving miles and miles, and there's these really nice overgrown sidewalks, cement sidewalks, that go on for miles and miles and miles. And Heidi says, I can't believe how much money they wasted. I said, they didn't waste the money. they're slowly going to start filling this area with stuff. They're going to develop these areas, and we see a lot of that down here. So it seems odd to us because, it's a good idea. It's a good idea because it seems like a lot of people, are still wanting to move to this area. There's a lot of people in this country, and we're all willing to cram into these little parks. So I tell you, if I brought my idea, to light down here, it would be a campground. One section would be for permanent, and one section would be for campers. And the campers would actually, I believe, I would put them near the features, and I'm talking about either seasonal or monthly. I would put them next to the features, next to the lakes, next to the facilities, and then the permanent campers, they'll have nice areas, but they're going to be having to walk to the lake, just because that's the kind of camper I am. And not only that, but I would make the lots big. I would make all the lots bigger, to where you actually had a decent sized lot. Now, of course, that's a pipe dream, because talking about return on investment, I would have too little people over too big of an area, and I wouldn't have, get my money back necessarily, or it would take forever. So anyways, that's what we experienced so far. So let me talk about the channel a little bit. So we heard from a lot of people a lot of different things from the last video, and how they liked it to be handled, what they enjoy, what they like, and for the most part, everybody's saying just keep, dance with the one that brung you, meaning whatever I'm doing, just keep on doing it that way. And I feel comfortable doing it this way. I know there's people that watch us all the time, and they're like, oh, he's long-winded, and politely, they've said, you talk a little bit long. I wish your videos were shorter. I don't have, a lot of time to incorporate in my day to watch your whole video. Here's the thing that I've always done, and it's just in my nature. It's my nature, and since I'm usually the one shooting most of the video, I can't imagine this changing. When I'm telling a story, if you are sitting across from me, if you are in a classroom setting and I'm teaching, if I'm training you as an employee, if somebody has called and wants me to explain what's going on with their car, or troubleshoot their car or their mower, I go into detail. I find that even though the details may be mundane, for the most part, people have said to me year after year, and I'm not talking about just on videos, even in person, as I continue to talk, I tell them, you need to do this, 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 and this, and they go, oh, okay, so that'll fix it? Yes. But the reason is because this and this, and if you also do this, and these are one of the other, and if I go into any detail, they're like, I had no idea. I didn't know that. That makes sense. And not only did I tell them what to do, but I told them why it all happened in the first place. And they have a tendency to remember that, because there's a reason behind what they're doing. It's just like being driven to a spot in the back seat of a car 4 or 5 times, and then it's your turn that you have to drive to go to that same place. You may forget. But if you've driven it with somebody telling you how to get there 4 or 5 times, and you hit the same pothole, and you go over the same set of railroad tracks, and you have to negotiate the same sharp turn, you'll start remembering that direction and how you got there more quickly and more permanently, because you negotiated those things as reminders as you were driving. So it's the same with the videos. I'll go into detail, and the reason that I do is because I might carry into when I elaborate into another subject that or another topic or something that pertains to what I'm speaking about directly that clicks, that makes sense, or is another tip that gets thrown in there that I wouldn't have initially. I would not have said it if I just said, "Hi, good morning, YouTube. We love it in Florida. Storms are coming, and we're going to go look at bike helmets today. So let's go."
That would be me.
That would be her. Yeah. Really.
Take him for what he's worth. Take me for what I'm worth.
Right. We're a good balance when it comes to that. So I'll have to put her on the camera more. That's for sure. But the whole thing.
He always says, though, when he tells a story, "Do you have questions?"
Yeah, that's the thing.
You, YouTube land, will have questions if you fast forward.
Not only that, you'll have questions if Heidi tells the story.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's just, like I said, short and to the point. You know, like for example, we've already included the fact that there's a bunch of bike shops in the area. So we don't have to show, and I don't have to explain to somebody that, hey, we found the best helmet at the best price because we went to 4 bike shops. We're going to go to a few bike shops. We're going to see which ones, what we like, where we're at.
Hey, we might not even be able to try them on.
Yeah, you never know, the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
But the other thing is in our comments. I mean, I rarely have questions about what happened or what I did. For example, I just mentioned that WeBoost RV65 antenna. I have a video on that somewhere. I've mentioned that in the past somewhere. But more importantly, I mentioned the WeBoost RV65 antenna. So if you want to know what I'm talking about whenever I said our cell signal got better, you can type in RV65 WeBoost and you can see exactly what I got. It's in my nature to do that kind of stuff because I want to make sure that you don't have questions and you completely understand what's being said. I understand because I was a very quick learner in school. I hated when we had a couple slow kids in the class and they had to repeat or hash or talk and teach slow. I hated it. You said it, I got it, let me do the work. Give me the homework, let's be done and go on to a new topic or something.
He was a jerk.
Yeah, I was. I couldn't stand it. So I understand why you guys are like, "You're too long-winded." Yeah, you got the point. You understand it. You don't need to know anymore. You don't want to know anymore. I get it. Fast forward. That's what the fast forward button's for. I've said it once, said it 1,000 times. You can make a long video shorter. You can't make a short video longer. And yeah, Heidi said exactly it. We do that. We do that all the time.
And then we also have to go back and watch.
Yeah, if I I fast forward numerous times. I do it on the Roku, I do it on my tablet, I do it on the computer, whatever I'm watching. And there's times like, whoa, wait a minute. What did I skip? Because how did they get that? Why are they in another trailer? When did they move? So I got to go back. But the whole deal is I get the gist if I fast forward. But I'm telling you, if you got the time, and most people don't, apparently, I understand. I mean, you're watching TV. Some people like 30-minute sitcoms. Some people like the movie of the week. I mean, that's just human nature. So most of our videos, I'm the movie of the week. So just to let you know, sometimes it might be a sitcom movie. But all right, we got to get ready here, and we'll head out. I got to put that thing down, though. Oh, I could show you the bikes. Oh, we'll do that later because we got them all covered up. Oh, we may not get them uncovered because of the rain. We'll see. Ants. That's the other word out here.
Oh,
ants.
my goodness.
Heidi hates them.
They bite.
We got to get bug spray, so
yeah.
We'll do that. Oh, yeah, before I go, also, one other thing. I don't run my truck that hard all the time. Heidi would never let that happen. The last few miles getting here, I was in a hurry trying to move my butt to get here, but I don't run it that hard normally. I did have a stretch on the road that on I-75, as I may have mentioned, that I was doing for about 6 miles. I was running about 83 miles an hour with the truckers. There was like 4 of us trying to get through a very congested area. I don't know what was going on, but it was just best to stay with them. I was in a nice air pocket, and I was just, it was nice. We were getting through traffic, so I did that for about 6 miles. And then as soon as we got in this big open area, I went ahead and dropped down, went right back down into the 70s, and put it on cruise control. And yes, Oma and Opal mentioned that. I believe 70's too fast too. I definitely do. We were on an itinerary, and we had to get here. We had all of our reservations spaced a certain way. Yeah, if I have my choice, like I say, 63, 64 miles an hour is probably the best. I would much prefer that. You know, I'm moving so much less wind. The truck's not working as hard. I have used premium fuel on the way down. Somebody had asked that. Yep, definitely used premium fuel. And everything was like clockwork. I think there's a part of me that's wanting to experiment with the truck to see what it would do and how it would do. And over 2,700 miles. Now, some of this is not towing. Matter of fact, about a little over half of that. No, about half of that is towing, and half of it's not towing. And I'm averaging like 8.4, I think it is, miles per gallon over all of that mileage. So it's not too bad. I'll have to look at what the truck is. I have one trip meter that I only reset one time with maybe 100 miles on the truck, something like that. So I have one trip meter that has almost 6,000 miles on it that tells me what my overall fuel mileage is. But I think the truck has that built into it anyways. But I'm kind of experimenting. I wanted to play around. I wanted to see what happens if, you know, these people are driving 70 miles an hour. I see a lot of them, and I'm just curious what they're doing and how it's affecting, you know, the bottom line. I think that I would prefer to go a little bit slower, and I would like to see if I can get a little bit better gas mileage. I think also Heidi and I is going to dig through the back of the truck and see if we can find ourselves a way to get rid of some stuff. Maybe we'll be trying out the local Facebook marketplace. All right, Heidi's getting her hair straightened out, and I need to get myself on my morning routine. Yeah. Can you guys smell my breath? Haven't brushed yet. To start our day. Yeah, it looks like everybody's got trash out here. You know what? The glass on the camera is getting ready to fog up, so we'll pick it up here in probably about 3 seconds after I get this thing unfogged. For you, it's going to be immediate. Yeah, it's definitely trash day. You can see everybody's got their trash out by the road, and like they said, they can either be in bags tied or they can be in cans. But look at the humidity on here. I'll have to say, I was telling Heidi the other day whenever we were driving down the road, I told her, I said, you can definitely tell that we are not in summer in Florida because the heat is just not permeating. It's not overwhelming. You can feel it, but it's not like it is when we were down here in the summer. We'll put the links down below for the bike cover and our bike locks. Somebody had asked about the picnic table cover. I knew that they would. Listen, I did a review on my other channel years ago. If you want to go look at that, the channel's called LEBO View. The LEBO View channel is something I haven't worked on for some time. We've had this for 13 years, something like that. And they quit making this even when I did my video back years ago. They were starting to phase these out. There were only a couple available, and they made a new design, which I talk about in the video. I didn't know if I necessarily liked the new design, but it looked fair. And now I don't even think they're making the new design. So to find this one, you might be able to. Nonetheless, check out the video. The links are in that description, and you can try to see if somebody's got a used one maybe they're selling, meaning you know, a return or something like that. But yeah, we've had this for a very long time. It's only got caught in the wind one time, and I repaired it with a washer. That's all I had to do, is put a new washer on it. You can see what we do whenever it's going to rain or we go away or anything like that. We may put it down a couple notches. Now, if we know we're going to have a lot of rain and a lot of wind, we'll take it out and we'll just set it down, maybe underneath the picnic table, something like that, because you can just pull it out by pushing these buttons, the ones that raise and lower the whole assembly, and pull out the two arms and the whole assembly. It leaves these two pieces on the table, and the rest, again, we'll tuck it away, maybe even underneath the RV, or underneath the truck. It doesn't make a difference.
Or we can just take the cover off.
Yeah, if you just take the cover off, which is just all Velcro, everything, it's just Velcroed on here.
I used to think whenever it was first new, it was a real pain in the butt.
Well, it was. When the Velcro was new, it gets better over time. But we've had this for a very long time. I would like to see a new cover eventually, but this one's doing the job. Maybe we'll waterproof this, spray it down.
Did that again?
Yeah.
Or did that before.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna screw around and make you guys wait. I'm gonna take HEIDI's ashes and get them off the bike cover. And you can see my bike. My bike's a little bit bigger than HEIDI's because I'm a lot bigger than HEIDI. So I've got a rear rack that's coming for this thing. You can see there. One drip of water. Yeah, I have a rear rack that's coming for this. Hers came with a rear rack. Mine, I think because of the tires and the additional cost of making it, they never included the rear rack, because they used to not even include the fenders. But this is the beast. I went for a ride on it the other day, and I can tell you that even though my butt might be bigger, it's not as comfortable of ride. I might have to get a different seat. We bought her a softer seat. How's your seat? You like that?
Yeah, I think that my seat needs put down more.
Even lower?
Yeah, because I'm still on my tippy toes.
Well, it's because they want you to pedal. That's what the step through is.
Yeah.
It's the same with me. I should have my seat higher so I can step off at a light and have this bar, and you start, you know.
Right.
A lot of people don't like to do that though. I'm one of them, because I'm not I don't do bicycles necessarily.
We do now.
Yeah, we do now, because you just turn the throttle. HEIDI says regenerative braking. Mine does not. It's just different motors, but hers, I think, goes a little bit faster than mine. It looks more comfortable to ride for her. But there's the bike in all its glory. We're gonna have to get some seat time out on these things. But before we do, we went out to the road yesterday. We looked at the road, and then what do we do?
We said no.
Yeah.
It don't look safe.
Yeah, this road out here.
Not a bike lane.
There's no bike lanes out in this section. There are a lot of bike lanes though in Florida in general. A lot more than you guys think. If you haven't been down here, it's funny. One of the things that I see as far as comments that keep on coming up, and I think's hilarious because it's reminding me how old I'm getting, and that is a lot of people saying, "Ooh, Zephyr Hills. That's where my grandparents lived. That's where my parents brought me up at," that kind of thing. So I think that it's kind of funny that we're definitely that age, guys. We know.